Okay, hello everybody. Today I want to discuss the various desktop applications that have been popping out for these AI providers. So, for example, the Codex app, the Claude Code app, the OpenCode app, Droid, they all have projects or products now where you interact with the LLM in your code base via a desktop application that has like some form of session management. And we'll actually look at this live. But I've been using these for the last few months now. I've been trying them out, and their level of maturity has been increasing very quickly. So, given that we're going to start seeing them more often, is this something that we should be using? I think there are a lot of different YouTubers who work, make the same types of videos that I do, that have been discussing this for the last few months, and they all seem to converge on that this is a good way to manage work. I have some opinions about that, but let's take a look here. So this is the OpenCode app. This is the one that I think is the leader in this space. With the OpenCode app, you could see here that you have these like icons. Each one is a project, and each project can have multiple sessions in it. So I can create a new session now. I can choose a model, and I can tell it to please review my code. Yeah, let's just do that. Please review my code. And you can see that once I hit that immediately, we get this context panel on the right. We also have the ability to look at our files, which I think is super important. So here we have the GPT 5.4 model, a million context, and I can see essentially how much of the context is doing what, and all of the different turns. And to the side, I can see all of the files, which is great because as a project grows, we need to be able to keep track of it, like what is going on, how's it growing. And I found that a lot of the apps, they abstract this away from you. I think Codex is the only one from my understanding right now that allows you to see what's going on. But I will move my image over here and we can continue taking a look at this. So why would you want to adopt something like this is the first question. Why not just use, what's it called here, the Z app, which is what I do typically. Let's go to the Z app, and I've found this pattern to be like really, really good, where I can open tabs to the side, and then vertically I can see what tabs are doing what, basically. And I can open as many projects as you want. Each project has its own file system, and it has all of these like terminals that I can open, or it has the agent mode, similar to how, what was the cursor? Yeah, similar to how cursor works. You can select like an agent, and then the agent goes and does work for you. So we have here like the specs that you can choose, and I've found this to be the most productive for myself. I've tried doing just I don't want to do that right now. I tried doing just like terminals and like tmux and having a bunch of terminals, and I would get lost with that. It was a big problem. But now I have the ability to just keep track of everything in one place, and I have these pop-ups that show up on my screen whenever I do something. So let's go back here. Whenever this finishes, I get like a notification at the side of the screen that tells me either go review some code, or go like unblock the model somehow. And side by side, I like this. This is all right. I don't like the mascot, should not change. Let's go to here, and you can see how I work with this as I do it. The mascot, yeah, this is not what I want. It's here. These applications allow you to keep track of what's going on, I think, better than a terminal. Please don't change the mascot. The mascot is good as it is in the composer toolbar. I don't want that to change. I just want the icon to change with what I sent you. The icon being what is in the manifest and what is whatever in the settings bar. Okay, and as you can see here, each one of these sessions is running on its own and it does its thing. So I take a look at this, I know how much context is being subsumed. I can expand thinking. I see no reason to do so. It's just like vomit on a screen, essentially, which I don't want to take a look at. If we go back to plan mode. And so one of the underlying problems with all of these is the performance, right? Because you have each one of these is a its own process. Like each session, I think, is its own process. I'm not sure if that's the case 100%, but it just the longer you speak to these models inside of a session, or the more sessions you have, the slower the machine gets. And especially like these desktop apps, they just get really, really slow. They're all Electron. This is Tauri or Tori. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. So it does a little bit better. But you could see here right now, I'm running like 5 projects basically. This one is going through and trying to run various effects on my machine. It's trying to quantize and prune models live. So I just let it go for hours at a time. It just keeps working until we're done. If we go back here, there was this like notification sound that told me, okay, well, this is done. So I jump in, I get back, and I know what's going on immediately. Let's see. And so here, this is what I mean by like performance issues. Done. Here's what I did. Reverted mascot stays exactly as it was. Okay. And then we can go and check it. That is horrible, horrible. I don't know why it changed this. Copy this, not the other one. And we can go back and see anyway, like, I want you to deep research expert reaping. I will actually give you like the full prompt in a second. Let's take the prompt from here and we can copy this and create a new session. We hit this. And so going back to the conversation about like OpenCode and these various examples, like the other one is codeex. And so codeex is, I think it's like you get 2x the usage as of now. The app is definitely pretty good. It works well enough. I'm trying to open it here. And we can create a new thread. And you could see I don't use light mode. I just have this on for a video. I will turn it back to dark mode. But this is another example of the applications that we have right now. If you take a look, you could see the idea. I don't want to use fast mode. The idea is you have projects as threads, and then for each thread, you can have, like, that's a task or a set of tasks. And you have automations. So automations are like something that will run on your machine that you program. Like I have an automation to check my Git history. And you can see here I'm using this to edit like Twitter articles. So they are very useful for coding and non-coding stuff as well. And what I'm trying to make clear here is that in order for you to make use of these things, you have to like look less at the code. This, though, is a bit different. So they have been very good. OpenCode has been very good at like maintaining the view into the code because I can actually look at all the files, and that's not the case with all of them. So if we take a look here, I can see this as if I were in an IDE, and that's my preference, right? Like I want to see what's going on as if I was in an IDE. I don't want to feel like I'm disconnected from the code base, and most of these, they take away that experience from you. Like they want you to take a more higher level view of the code base. So I'm going to try to open, yeah, you can do this pop-up thing, which is pretty useful too. I really like this. This pop-up thing is more like a terminal, and you can have a conversation with it while you're doing other stuff. You can overlay it. Let's see, we can go to Firefox maybe. No, does it let me do that? It does not let me do that. That's a bit of a disappointment. So I think codeex is like the second best option here after OpenCode. Its performance is not as bad. There is also factoring. So Factory has a few unique features, one of them being missions, where you can uh, provide a scope to a model and then it'll create like a very long running task for you. So here we have this, and it is running on my local machine. And for droid and for OpenCode, you can use them from your phone. So I have my phone and I'm able to, let's just see if I can do it. Phone mirroring. I'm not sure if I can still do this or not. Yeah, I can't. I need to update my phone. But the point is, I can share this over my home network or my Tailscale, and then I can access the OpenCode sessions from my phone within my Tailscale network. And that's really wonderful. I love that feature because you can then set long-running tasks up and check up on them over time. And I have an example here where I'm setting up T3 chat, and you could see that it is just working towards getting over what I need. This one was crashing. Yeah, and you could see here, like this is the type of work that it's doing, and you have automations that can kick off. So automations are typically like scheduled calls on your machine. So imagine every day you have a scheduled task on your machine that says, go clear my email, right? It'll go in and like categorize your email for you, do some writing for you, like set up billing, I don't know, whatever you care about. You can set those up and keep them running. Now this is similar to like the OpenClaw concept. So reviewed the current uncommitted, found 5 concrete issues, never reaches the side panel, is added in. Okay, fix the issues. I will review this more deeply later, but we have this like review tab here. I have the screenshots and I have everything that I need to like know what's going on within the repo. I'm not going to jump in there because that's personal, and over here we can jump in. Let's just close this and focus on what's going on here. 31 minutes to stay on the modem would be generated when you change it with the full. Don't worry about it. Let it take. So I've been trying to work with these over the weekend to see like how sticky is this, because I've tried it a few times so far and I've seen myself enjoying it to a certain degree here and there, but it's still like there's too many flaws. Like the speed is an issue. Like I click and then I don't get the feedback for at least another 10 seconds or so. Sometimes like I don't know if the model is running or not. It's just there's a lot of abstraction on top of the terminal that makes it harder to manage what's going on. But luckily they do have a terminal mode, so you can do something like this, and you can have your terminal down here that, this is, I can run Claude within OpenCode, like without breaking the rules by just opening this terminal, running it. You can do this in codeex as well. Use medium effort, use high effort. And now I have my my Claude code and my OpenCode together in the same place. I can use one to review the other, as you can see. Would I recommend this? If you are managing many projects, I think this is probably the way to go. If they figure out how to make this faster and more performant, I think that would enable a lot more usage. I love here that they let you click and open Z or your IDE if you want to actually edit code within the IDE. It's very cool to just have that plugged in. And I believe that this is going to be an interesting trend. I think OpenCode specifically is doing it best right now. Like their whole stack is very good because they have this like server client architecture that they spin up an HTTP server that does all of the backend stuff, and then you can connect to it from various clients and desktop apps and mobile apps, and you can keep them on all day. It's just very interesting stuff. So hopefully this was helpful. I know it's like a bit random, I'm jumping around, but I wanted to get my thoughts out on this before I have to go today. Thank you.